What is up, Pigtopia? We're just gonna hang out with Betty Boo. We're having some critical care, and once more people get logged on, we'll have a chat about what's going on. It's kind of a weird time for us to be on, but we'll see who pops in. This is gonna end up being posted to Betty's surgery playlist, so if you are not watching live, don't worry, you will still hear about what is going on. But my husband and I have been on vacation. And I got to tell you, we have the best pet sitter in the world. Also, conveniently, our critical care training with Betty has been paying off. She is eating critical care off the spoon these days. Not as quickly as I would want her to, per se. But she's still eating it, so we're here. And she's eaten a goodly bit of it. She's had several syringes full of water. And of course, it would be that she does this for the pet sitter while we are on vacation. So I see some of you are joining in. Hello, feel free to make yourself known in the chat. I mean, clearly Betty is doing all right-ish right now, but last night her pet sitter had to take her to the ER. Turns out there's one down the street from us. Of course, I panicked when I looked up the vet and realized that she was not an exotics vet. She's just a normal vet, but she ended up consulting with an exotics vet from New York, and they did the best that they could. They ended up, so I guess I should back up. When the pet sitter came to check on Betty Boo, she was checking on all the pigs, but she noticed that Betty wasn't really enjoying her cucumbers the way that we would like. And here we go. Sorry about that. When she went to pick up Betty to weigh her, because I had her weighing Betty every day, Betty was completely covered in her own filth, and her underside had turned blue, which scared all of us. So she tried calling Betty's vet, but they were closed and recommended an emergency vet for her to go to, which turned out to be just 5 minutes from the house, which was good. But yeah, they took care of her, and it was kind of funny because the vet asked if Betty had lain on anything blue. At first said no, and then he pulled up videos of Betty, and of course the first thing they noticed is that there are blue tunnels in the cage. So yes, Betty did lay on something blue. So her underside was blue because of the dye that she was laying on. But I had originally thought that maybe it was diarrhea, which had me panicked, and so I asked them to give her fluids, which they did, and it really perked her up. And she has been up and eating and moving around ever since then. They did an x-ray to make sure she wasn't bloated, and the cancer had not come back, so that all was good. Hello, Betty. That all was good. But we weren't really sure what was going on, and we were already scheduled for the next plane out before all this happened. So we're back now, and I had already earlier today called and made an appointment for her at her normal vet. Let's see. PETA the Makona says, get well. My Guinea Cappy is also having troubles giving meds and critical care too. I'm sorry your Guinea is having a hard time. That's always the worst. But yeah, Betty is eating. She did drop 75 grams overnight, which is always a warning sign. If your guinea pig drops 50 or more overnight, they need to go to the vet right then and there. If nothing else, to get fluids in them. Are you shaking? You might be shaking. We're gonna have to wrap this up soon. Because we did another butt bath, and we are towel drying and getting ready to have a very light blow dry. Do you want more? But yeah, so is that what you need? Okay. she went to the ER and they gave her a clean bill of health and a bunch of fluids and sent her home. And then I've been keeping an eye on her via the Twitch stream all day today. And then now that I'm home, we just got home and I went and picked her up and she was all wet again. And I noticed that her lady parts were looking rather enlarged. And I did an impaction check and got what appears to be a bunch of infection out of her. So I'm glad that we have an appointment with the vet tomorrow, especially since that's the general area of her surgery. The vet really needs to check her out. And I gave her a bunch of Medicam for the pain and a whole bunch of water. This is actually syringe number 3 of water, which is fine because I learned via Squeak Dreams that guinea pigs need about 100 milliliters of water per kilo that they weigh every single day. Now, obviously, some of that is going to get from their veg or from critical care, but it doesn't hurt to give a whole bunch of these. So, 100 milligrams of water, in case you're wondering, is 100 of these. So, several of these will be just fine. You ready, Betty? No? Did you smell the medicine? Is that what you're smelling? So as you can see, she's really alert. And she's been eating hay all day today, and she is not quite as spunky as I'd like to see her be, but she's still doing pretty all right. Her bladder area is pretty tender. I squished it around a little bit earlier, just checking for bloat myself, and she was very displeased with that. Her eyes are a bit crusty. So all in all, she's just not feeling good. Well, that is what's happening with Betty. I'm gonna probably sign off here and finish taking care of this little girl, get her dry, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Now that is what happened on our vacation, but she's still pretty vital. And the thing to remember is that this herd is very, very, very old. Very old. Guinea pigs normally live, 4 to 5 years, and these pigs are all 6 or 7, with the exception of Princess Annie Gingerbutt. So it's not very surprising that they're all starting to have health issues because they all are about the same age. And it's just one of the things that comes with having a senior herd. You give them a good long life, but as with seniors in any species, they just need more medical attention than, say, a baby or, an adolescent would probably need. So it comes with the territory. And you've earned some pampering. You've lived a good long life, and we're hoping to keep you with us for a few more years for sure. Hello, Fitz. We were actually getting to the point that we were about to sign off, but yeah, Betty decided while I was on vacation that she needed a vacation to the pet ER as well. So yeah, we were just talking a little bit about that. How are you tonight, Fitz? You gonna take some water? Yeah, this is one of the reasons why I'm going to have to focus on her, is because I need 2 hands to make that happen. Here. She's had a lot of critical care before we signed on. I'm doing well, was just about to head to bed and saw that a guinea pig went to the ER, so I had to stop in and find out what's happening. Yes, Betty decided she needed to go to the ER. TLDR, she was not taking care of herself. She was laying in her own filth when the pet sitter came to check on her. She had lost 75 grams overnight. So she went to the ER. They couldn't identify what was wrong with her, but that she definitely was dehydrated. So they gave her a bunch of fluids and she perked back up and sent her home to be monitored and to follow up with her normal vet. The pet sitter was really great and took super good care of her and gave her a bunch of critical care. And then I've been monitoring her today via the Twitch stream, and now I'm home and just looking at her. I think her lady parts are infected. She does have an appointment with her normal vet tomorrow, but she is eating. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but she's eating, and she was very happy for me to syringe feed her water. She's still not taking care of herself, so she's wrapped up in a towel because we just did another butt bath, and I am getting ready to give her a light blow dry on a very mild setting. And then first thing in the AM, we head over to the vet. And this is the same vet that did her surgery, so I'm hoping that vet will be able to identify more of what she needs. She's also had a dose of Medicam. Fitz says, I will be praying for Betty. Thank you. We appreciate that. And then I was mentioning that our herd is very old. And so this is the excess of medical issues at this time in their life is not unexpected. I mean, the average guinea pig lives 4 to 5 years. These guinea pigs, with the exception of Princess, are all 6 to 7 years old. So it's not incredibly surprising that they are all having health issues, and they're all about the same age. So this isn't crazy surprising. Betty has been under a lot of stress. She has separation anxiety, and we lost Vanna, and we lost Miss, and then Piggy Daddy and we went on vacation. So, she was under a lot of stress. PETA the Mokana says, I will give prayers too. You have a great channel. You clearly put effort into it. Well, thank you. I'm glad for your prayers, and I'm glad that you see it. That we, I love the pigs, and honestly, I'd been sending videos of the pigs to everyone I knew, and they all got sick of it. So they told me to put it on YouTube, and then they would look at it if they wanted. So here we are. Betty, you know you want this. She might be getting full. She's had a lot. Here, this cup was, well, full to about the not scoop line, but you can see kind of where it was full, and she's eaten all that. So before you go getting worried that she's not eating, she has been eating. And she's been eating it straight off the spoon. We haven't had to force feed her. And she had a lot of water. And I think she's about to empty her bladder. So I'm going to take care of Betty. Thank you guys for tuning in. I will keep you posted as I can, and we will talk to you more soon. Be cute, and we will see you soon. Bye.